We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This is Hunter. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
21.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a 1st down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Throwing on first is Wentz. And his first look is incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the 1st.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Come on now. Oh, come on now. Let's go. Great.
Wentz going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the 1st down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
On the carry, here's Clement. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now a play fake. Wentz. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar, 41 yards. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Sliding out of the pocket. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second, they did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's 3 yards. On first down, Wentz. Over the middle, complete. It's Gibson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. He got 29 yards that time. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Forced out to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Dallas Goedert from 6 yards away. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
One, Omaha. 11.
On 2nd down, here's GROUPME. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. He sets to fire deep. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued. Let
me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Lion.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Lefty, lefty. What's that? What's that?
They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's a give to Richard. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly, and this one could be coming back. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is brought in at the 21. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Derek Barnett coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
That's it, baby.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back here right after this. The Eagles eager to see what Clement can do in his sophomore year. He's back there again on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he's got the first down here and then some, but a penalty flag down. This could very well be coming back. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Great 15, great 15.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one goes for 36 yards.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 21-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game. Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest? 2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman? Oh, yeah, that's right. Then with the Eagles? That's right. Then against with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman. That's correct. Wentz now on 1st down. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them. Yeah, those plays, there's 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Come on now, come on now, let's go. 46 down, man, 5-4.
A final shot before half for Wentz. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. This is Clement, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He's going to air one out. That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Wentz able to hook up with Aguilar for a big gain, and even 50 yards. Wentz looking very much like his pre-injury self. He's got the Eagles on the move with a 1st and 10. They'll run with Clement. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Open space inside the 10. This will be caught inside the 10. So that one will be accepted. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On play action, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in. And that just enough to get it done.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 38. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. To give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he shifts past him. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll run again with Clement. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Hang in there now. Ram.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call.
Hang in there now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
That's it, baby.
Let's go, Great. Two jet.
Play action. Now Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. The Eagles on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Black.
Tight go. Check. 53 spot. Check. 53 spot. Hey, let's get that home. Check.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Dancing to his left. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
You got four.
Play action, Garoppolo. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Garoppolo now, first down throw. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Finding some room at midfield. Throw taken in by Taylor left side. And finally brought down at the 38. A good pickup there at 22.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays. Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage and taken down. And a penalty flag is going to come out on top of it. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
82.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Hurts over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
They had 2 tight ends in the formation on that one. It looked to me like he had his pick of receivers downfield.
I think he was just planning on going over the middle. That's what he did.
Picked up first down, too.
Score, Tokyo!
4 down.
Wentz now on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Shotgun now for Wentz. Looking deep downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put your...
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Pernell McPhee in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 30. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now McKinnon to start the drive. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? To throw is Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
Shorty.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
82. Run.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Aguilar has it. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on third down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. Just kind of shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Please. Black.
To throw, it's Wentz. And fights him off. Incomplete.
Love his pocket awareness, able to slip out of the sack. But once you take your eyes off the receivers, once your eyes come down and you see the rush, hard to get back downfield and find an open target. Fortunate, that one just wound up as an incomplete pass.
Great 15.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Going for the deep ball. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Shorty.
Now Wentz on third down. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he's going to be unable to get upfield as they take him down at the 21-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. McKinnon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And, partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Eagles, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
you.